Okay, so this is the last one, and I did say it was kind of bullshit. I alluded to it in previous updates. It is bullshit.
What's the catch?
Like, so basically it's a witch trial where you pretty much are put up against all the bosses put into different permutations together. So
Wait.
you're not fighting them by themselves, you're fighting them paired up with one another.
That's gross and kind of interesting. I actually want to see that, how they could... Is it just a complete clusterfuck or what?
It kind of is because of the whole aforementioned lack of consistent audio cues, blah blah blah, and it basically means that you, in order to complete it, you pretty much have to use Witch Time or use the Witch Time accessory.
Super Mirror
Anyway.
64.
Yeah, so I'm buying this outfit because it allows me to show off shit and whatever. And you really, really must buy Bracelet of Time. That was badly edited together. Bracelet of Time and Evil Harvest Rosary, which does the same thing as it did in the first game.
Right. Surprised you didn't get Bracelet of Time earlier.
There really is no need to 1/3 climax. On like Infinite Climax you probably would want to. Not that I have played Infinite Climax more than once, admittedly, because this game frustrates me to no end. So let's see. Yes, I'm going to change outfits to a Nintendo outfit, eventually.
Where's the option to change the costume here? Change character. Okay.
So, I think I
Oh,
mentioned
God.
when you... Yeah. This outfit is weird. I mean, I am going to show it off in the final video or final videos, question mark, I don't know. The Princess Peach outfit changes your Wicked Wees into Bowser fists and feet.
Oh, I remember this now.
Yeah.
There are a lot of gifs of this.
It's pretty neat, but it for some reason I find it obscures your view more than the regular Wicked Weaves. So yeah, initially it's not so bad, but enemies do a crap load more damage in Infinite Climax. This is on Infinite Climax, by the way, which is why it's so hard.
Right.
Like, I swear to God, these enemies do at least 1.5 more damage than enemies did on the hardest difficulty on the first game.
Oh, that's cool.
Having-
They're dropping rupees instead of
Yeah, instead of halos.
That's the one.
And Jean gets a different sound effect for her rupee collecting sound because she's an old school gamer or something like that. I forget exactly. Again, it will be covered later.
All right.
But yeah, it doesn't start off so bad because you have two of these guys, which admittedly you never see in the main game, but they have pretty clear audio cues most of the time, so it's not so bad.
And if I saw correctly, you're on whips and hammers, aka the two best weapons from the playthrough.
This is pretty much just abusing the whip, to be quite honest.
Okay.
Hammer comes in great when you just, because you can charge it up when you enter, you know, a fight, but that's about it. It's too slow
Right.
otherwise. But yeah, I think I mentioned I spent a long time trying to actually do this legitimately, aka not using the Bracelet of Time, and I think I only got to the final stage once.
Right.
Out of like, I think it was at least 6 hours of attempts.
Oh, Jesus.
And I was like, fuck, yeah, so I said, fuck this, I'm not going to do this anymore, I'm going to do it the way everyone else does it because this is impossible.
Oh, okay. Now we've dwelled into the realm of unreasonable.
Well, it's actually not so bad because you can use, I think that's Lopter over there, to bait out Witch Time.
Right.
And then you can try and focus your enemies on Alrune, how the hell you say her name.
Yeah, something like that.
So this fight actually isn't so bad. I try and minimize the amount of times I use Bracelet of Time, but it's still not great. Honestly, I've had better attempts, but this was the only platinum one, or there was a couple of other platinum ones, and I deemed this one better.
Right.
So yeah, it's kind of a clusterfuck. Oh yeah, and the health it drops at the end of each verse is like enough to fill up one whole bar of health.
Right.
So yeah, enemies do crap loads of damage in this mode. It's really a load of shit, to be quite honest. Umbran Climax becomes almost useless, apart from very rare occasions.
I kind of really
So
want to
yeah,
see the Bowser thing. The Bowser Wicked Weaves. So,
Eventually, it will happen eventually.
is there anything else going on with the Link costume, or is it just...
Oh yes, I
Loopy
forgot to
sounds.
mention one thing. So it automatically equips you with the ability to use the blocking accessory.
Okay.
So it means you have the effect of the Moon of Mahakala without actually equipping it, which ultimately means you can use 3 accessories at once.
Yeah. Okay.
So best example of min-maxing. Unfortunately, the Wii U port isn't great, so I haven't really been able to try using Gaze of Despair plus this outfit plus Sergei's Lover, which would, I'm pretty sure, completely tank the frame rate. I have a lot more trouble with this fight. I'm not really sure why it is. I think it's probably the Lumen Sage.
And the fact that he just goes, nah, I blocked that, or nah, I dodged that a lot.
Yeah. And that fucking attack. I hate that attack. So yeah, unfortunately no exciting and fun Toddy and Yoshi-esque banter today. Because this chapter is a lot of shit. And I'm gonna complain about it.
Pretty rough.
I think most people don't complete it because there is no reward for finishing it.
Yeah.
So unlike in the first game where when you finished Lost Chapter you got 0, and arguably he is the worst playable character, you don't get anything for completing Witch Trial 5.
Right.
It's just there as a challenge, and as far as I can tell, no one has completed this challenge without cheesing it.
So, in other words, it's just for the satisfaction of knowing you managed to withstand the absolute punishment of several rounds of all these bosses at the same time. Speaking of which, do they have reduced health, or do they have boss health still?
They have reduced health.
Okay.
I have
more
so much
reasonable, I
trouble
guess.
with this guy on Infinite Climax, which is why I'm doing so badly. So yeah, there's the Moon of Mahakala. I mean, it still costs, in terms of buying it in the store, it costs the same to buy it outright as opposed to buying the costume.
Right.
But I figured this way I could actually show off a costume, so yeah. Oh, I haven't mentioned this. Bracelet of Time works a little bit differently to the way it did in the first game. It kind of doesn't make sense to me, as there's no sort of quantifiable way of saying it works like this.
Right.
Because in the first game, the rate of, it would consume your magic at a rate of, I think it was 1 orb every half second. Whereas in this one, it runs out very slowly, and I think you can only use it for the duration of 4 orbs worth.
Right.
It basically, it doesn't really consume as much magic as it did in the first game, which means if you're very good, you can pretty much just abuse it constantly and constantly gain magic as well.
Right.
Which again is a mystery.
So, in other words, you're not 100% sure how fast it drains, but there might actually be a possibility that you could just go infinite off Bracelet of Time activations.
Yeah, basically, because... Yeah, I really have no fucking clue how it works. Like, it probably is in response to the fact that they changed how you gain magic.
Right.
Oh yeah, we're up to this stage already. So, yeah, you fight these two bitches.
I have no idea who they are. You're gonna have to explain this to me.
It's John and it's John and Bayonetta. Damn it!
I know.
Haven't you been watching my LPs?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Ah!
Well, I mean, the last Witch Trial had you fight one of them. It was Bayonetta every time, right? It didn't switch
Yeah,
it
it was
over.
Bayonetta.
Yeah. And now you get to fight both, and they went down like chumps that time.
Yeah, because like I said, Witch Time plus the whips is like absolutely overkill.
And that's not the end?
No, there's one more.
Oh.
We get to heal Moon River one more time, and we get to fight these two. I mean, there's nothing really interesting to say because it's literally me spamming the same move over and over again with Witch Time.
I was kind of hoping the last one would just be 2 copies of Rodan show up at the same time.
Oh my god, that would be awful. I actually haven't been able to beat him yet because I haven't touched this game in months, literally.
Right. You just like started it up, and gave it a shot, and then just threw your arms into the air and left the room.
That was basically it. Like I thought, I should try and beat Rodan today so I can figure out what the hell he's like. And then I got him down to 1 health bar left, and I thought, no, I can't be bothered anymore because I had spent an hour working on it.
Oh god.
He's not really that hard. It's just his attacks come out very, very quickly.
Right.
But we'll get to that eventually once I record the damn thing. Well, I guess I could say after this update, this LP is going to update sporadically.
Right.
But yeah, I got the platinum average, so screw it. No matter how badly I did, I got the platinum average. So, yeah, like I said, not much reward for doing it, although you do get 1 less than a million halos for beating Rosa and Boulder. No cards or anything. I don't know, I kind of think like it kind of lacks the oomph of the endurance round with the previous Lost chapter.
Yeah, but at the same time, it makes people less miserable. Well, I guess it's intended to make people less miserable because you have to do the whole thing in like a 2-hour sitting or whatever.
Oh god, yeah. Maybe I should do the Lost chapter again sometime.